Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to welcome you back to the courtroom, back to the case of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Now, we have the culprit, Red White. Why are these still dirty? Why are these still dirty? I don't need them. We have Red White on the ropes, but the only thing in our way is Edgeworth. We need to figure out a way to beat him in order to put Red White behind bars where he belongs. Let's see if we can do just that. Let's get it. Okay. Before I really even begin, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me make sure it's going now. Yo. I recorded this and I completed this whole thing, and I was starting to edit it and realized that my mic was not on the entire time. So I'm just sitting there looking like an idiot, nothing coming out. My mouth's moving, but no words coming out my mouth. So I'm gonna run through this again. And I pretty much remember all the choices that I did. Sorry, you won't get the same, excitement as I gave in my original one. I'll try to, replicate that in some areas, but I just want to run through this so you guys know what happened, and we can move on to the next one after that. At least this video probably shouldn't seem as long as my original one did. So there's that. All right. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Double check. I'm sweating now. Make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. If I run through this again and there's nothing there, I'm done. I'm done with YouTube. Phoenix, look. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. See, I'm not even doing the voices. I was so pissed, y'all. I was so pissed. I was hitting voices left and right in the original video. I'm not even. But no, I'm gonna give y'all the same energy. Like I can't do that to y'all. Okay. If I raise any objection, I have it in on good faith that the judge will listen to. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix. Well, court will soon be starting, or be starting soon. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. Excuse me. The camera's all messed up. I was also playing another game too. It was a horror game, so I kind of was kicking stuff all over the place. So if anything looks out of place, that's why. Of course, my volume didn't go through that. I'm gonna stop complaining about it. All right, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth for his witness why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. This clown. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Niño. That gets me. I am the CEO, to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps, Blanco Niño. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey, or Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I know I always feel like it's the end of the world, and I'm the last man standing. Ho ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was when I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. That's when I saw him, the spike-handed man. Okay. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised. I'm trying to remember which part like I said, I'm trying not to go through it again. Like I know it's gonna seem different, but I don't know. I had put in so much effort that first playthrough. All right, I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. I think it was. I'm pressing on this. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant was like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is it? Okay. Counting both eyes. 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fey office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fey woman. You make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction, then it was all over. Did Edgeworth prep this guy, too, I wonder? Anyway, I'd better find a weakness in there. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were, reading papers. Correct? The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam. It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard the sound. But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. No snoop. Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect the new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. Excuse me. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You must have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her I was going to enter them. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? So yeah, he would have seen her run left because he was in the room, and then what's her name would have seen her run right because she was looking at it from the hotel room. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Right there.
Take that!
This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. To him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion!
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. But now, he's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revisited testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. I already know. I really hate that I have to do this for y'all, because my reactions were much better than they're gonna be in this, but. I still got it wrong. I still got it wrong. I ain't gonna lie, this part gave me some trouble the first time. I couldn't remember. I feel like a clown right now, bro. Yeah, it's this part, but I presented the wrong thing. It's the autopsy. My bad. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwop! Thwop indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that! The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. So, sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. Those are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Of course. Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity! Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Grrrr! Mr. White? Mr. White, you did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get ourselves a verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot all about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crimes now? What? I said you should confess your crimes. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Faye. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, In order to place the wiretap, you entered the office, You entered Miss Faye's office, excuse me. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture that it is. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been reading, my mouth, tongue tied, dry. Okay. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Excuse me. Burping and coughing at the same time. That water getting to me. Leave this to me. I feel faint. Let's just keep... It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound? Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course. I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. offices. Of course, okay. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. I can't stand this dude, bro. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix! Mia! Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Passed out again. Hey, Phoenix. Gah! That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Bro. Mia was bad, bro. And they got her in a costume too, bro. Oh my god. Let me chill. Let me relax. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? Yes, I was kind of figuring at some point this was going to happen. When we found out that Maya was a medium, I kind of figured we'd be able to talk to Mia again. I just didn't know when. But I mean, obviously during this trial, but I didn't know exactly what part of the trial we'd see her again. Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you. Mia? That's right. I am Maya. But I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah. The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix! Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000, wow. Big spender. Item. Glass light stand. Okay, so yeah. This had crossed my mind. It been kind of sitting in the back of my mind for a little while. That we had this receipt and it had Maya's name on it, but we didn't know exactly what was on the front. So I figured we would flip it over at some point and figure it out, and here we are. So that means that, well, hold on, let's see. Date of purchase, September 4th. Okay, so that means that, and I'm sorry I'm not as excited as I normally would be, but this wasn't bought in the time that Wright said he was in the room. So he wouldn't have, there was no glass light stand had he been, you'll see. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. Wright is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I entered the Fanco office. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That's when I saw this glass light stand. Okay. Look closely at this. See the words Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder! You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fanco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand that. Understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright! What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Mia's memo. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. Yeah, dude, I'm trying not to go to jail. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one, right? I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. Detest or desist. Halt. Please stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess, I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with a thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 224, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations! You're lucky I was born a Fae. Lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. Can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock. The office. I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. Excuse me. You look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? Has a ring to it. I like it. And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here. Ready to get down to business? You don't mind me calling you Nick, right? Or do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it, right? Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, y'all. Moving up. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Yeah, that's definitely the thumbnail right there. Good luck, Phoenix. That's kind of sad, though, bro. I'll always be here watching you. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers! there's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Oh, okay, wait up! Alright, that's the end of that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna end it there. Again, I'm sorry that I wasn't as enthused with this episode. Like, all of my surprise and excitement was, you know, in the first recording of this. Like I said, didn't have my microphone, didn't pick up my voice. So I had to kind of just run through this because I didn't want to leave any holes in the story. Like, I didn't want to, like, you know, go to the next part and not understand what happened there. But anyways, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did. I love the fact that we finally put Red White behind bars. Also love the fact that we got to see Mia again. I kind of figured, like I said, we'd probably see her at some point. Just didn't know exactly when, so I'm glad she showed up to help us out when we weren't really feeling too confident in ourselves. We were about to give up, and she was able to show up and get us out of a tight spot. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next episode, I'm gonna have a lot more enthusiasm. Gonna make sure my mic's working so you can hear everything clear and all this and that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about everything so far. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next episode. I'll talk to you later. Bye.